Hello, comrades. It's Premier Rever, and we are again at the wondrous city of Neuve Revergrad. If we step back a little bit and take a look, we can see we're starting to build some houses. I think I got most of the roads done. However, I would like to do a few more things because I was looking, and as I was assigning these, we have a couple schools that I put in here. I think that was as much as anything to help these people out because it would have been kind of hard to get a school in close to them. So we do have some schools, and then there's another one here. I'm not quite sure if that's enough. We definitely want, yeah, well, we'd have not too many people living on this side of town, so I'm not even sure how people are getting to that school, but okay. We're not going to worry about it too much. Oh, I forgot to start time. I just paused it to get the video going. Not too much time has passed. I did get we're pretty close to being done. You know what? We're going to make this a walking road. We're getting pretty close to being done our exporting, so we can get that taken care of. If you guys are not following the series too closely, it's understandable. And in any event, we're going to get some exporting routes going to a new export place. I got some other things to tell you guys about, but let's get this designed because why not? I don't think it makes too much difference what order we do things in. So I definitely think we need a few more kindergartens. And I know we can, we can get one in like here maybe. And then there's another space on this side of town that's pretty similar. All right. Oops, didn't mean to spin that. So that's two more kindergartens, and then, whoa, that was up the hill there. Yeah, can we put one in here? Nah, so let's try for like here. There'll be one right there, but this one hopefully will service people on this side of town a little bit better. I should probably keep that close, shouldn't I? All right, I think I may go with that, and then, yeah, I was thinking like this. Let's get another little bit of road from here. Let's put the wireframe on. We'll make it look a little straight. All right, that might be enough. Let's go a little further. All right, and that way we know, I think we'll have enough kindergartens for them at that point. And the other thing to probably, it probably wouldn't hurt if we had a firehouse on this side of town. We should have one. Well, you know what? Let's just take a look at the range of this guy. We do have one on this side of town. Yeah, he's plenty. I don't think there's any real need. And then we have one here, so I think that guy would cover. Ooh, you know what? That's awful close to not covering that, isn't it? Yeah, you know what? It really might not be a bad idea. Let's put one over here. Why not? Not industry equipment. And then probably a little, well, you know what? Maybe we'll just leave the sports off. Are you going to fit in there? Yeah. All right, you know what? We'll move you down so your road doesn't look incredibly out of whack, right? So then we can delete this little bit for now. And that'll be a fancy walking roads. So then we have kindergartens, and let's see if we can get away with no sports. Just because we have our radio station, and I think it would be kind of cool to see if that would like completely keep people happy. Now, in the past, some people have reacted to my statement like, you don't need sports, you don't need whatever. These people, as long as they don't escape, should be fine, right? Now, it's a little hard to tell when you're, who's escaping from where, but they don't need to be at 100% in order to be happy. Like, they've limited sports, and who knows exactly why they're not completely happy. We could look up here, church. They say they can't get to sports, but then if we start upping our sports broadcasting, does that have an effect? So I do want to do that at some point. Probably I've been saying it for like 3 months now that we're going to mess with that, but I'd also like to get our population kind of stabilized, get the steel going. It's all a list of priorities, and much like the production of cars wasn't the biggest priority, that was, we're just sort of getting things done as we can. And we'll make some more improvements to Revergrad in general, but we'll get back to this. So one of the things that we've done that I was just sort of mentioning was we have this completed. So if we come over to here, we can get rid of this mess. I don't think we'll need it right now. All right. And get rid of a couple of these extra nodes. Again, I don't think it's going to hurt your game performance to not have these nodes in there. All right, we can leave that be. Yeah, it's not bad to do that to get them in and out of the signaling. Right, and then let's go where you guys can see too. All right, we'll just get a little bit of block signaling up here just so they can kind of keep moving. And this one we'll do a little more strategically. I'd like to get one, where they're about a train length, a little more than that, so that they clear these signals a little more quickly. And also let them sit in here. Yeah, that one's probably unnecessary, but this would let, a second train get a little bit closer to our export port. And then this should be a chain signal. Nah, you know what, they really could be two one-ways, right? Because if this whole block, if there's a train sitting here exporting, once he clears this, then they should be good to go. And any more extra nodes? I think I cleared most of them. No, I think we're good. Now, one train that comes to mind immediately is any train that's getting bricks. All right, so what is his course right now? He's ending up in a Tupafalu after going to MB, which is fine. But then I think I would add on this stop, unload anything is perfect, which will just be bricks, of course, but there we go. So now we should be exporting a few bricks. Now the other one to do right off the bat is the car ones. Might be a little bit harder to find these. Plastic. Okay. There we go. There we go. Car one. Yeah, car one. Okay, so these guys are going down to Molna. And whatever waypoint they have, which I think is just like this signal right there, we want to keep that. So let's swing this guy over here. And I think it's just going to be a little bit shorter trip. Plus, they don't have to cut through everybody else's path. So we'll do this and that. Unload anything. Delete. Pretty easy, huh? Now you're on your way to Molna. A little bit less than ideal, but in other words, how close is he? Not that close. Where are you? Yeah, no, it's probably as good a time as any to try to send them. There you go. Yeah, go to this. Right? So there we go. So now we have two things. Now the other thing, one of the other things is, what is our prefab panels guy doing up this end? Yeah, see, he's just bringing prefabs down to this end of town, but I don't think when he gets done at NR distribution, we'll see if he can, in some kind of logical way, go over to here and unload anything. And then you know, we're really just winding down here as far as, I don't think we're going to be doing too much construction. Now you're the cement guy. Yeah, instead of going down to Molna. Yeah, because you're just going over to NR. We don't really have that much. We never really spread the cement out like we probably could have or should have. All right, so you're just going to go to NR distribution and then up here. And not to be outdone, should have a gravel train. And when you get done at NR distribution, yep, very good. You will head over to here. That'll slow things down. And if we were really serious about, you know, construction, or if we get in, I don't see us getting into too much more on this map. Yeah, we don't want to load. We want to unload anything. Good. So that's even more exports. And there's nothing else. I mean, we have the coal situation, but I definitely thought about it more. For those of you who watched the last episode, I'm sort of debating what to do with the coal as far as exporting. And I think I really want to get this fired up before we worry about exporting coal. All right, and then I did take a look at our economy, and last month we did end up importing some food. It looks like more or less just one time, so I'm not exactly sure why at this moment. Like when I went around to try to catch it, it wasn't doing it anymore, but I think it was just a matter of, you know, something happened here. Maybe we had a little bit of a surge of corn. Things certainly seem to have slowed down a little bit over here as far as getting corn over there. But if you watched the last episode, you know we put a train over here to bring more corn over to there. So, you know, these guys, I should be doing a better job of getting some of these crops off the field, but there's still quite a bit. It is going down, so we'll see. And then once all these are back to normal or empty, or most of them, we'll start reassigning the trucks around, and then maybe get this guy straightened out where trucks are assigned to individual fields. I've been plugging away a little bit on getting some more roads paved, so that'll also help speed them up significantly. And I was going to hold off a little bit because we're paving these roads up here so that we could do a little bit of we could get rid of this road, hopefully, and then we'll be able to put a little bit better, without having to move the train tracks, we could do that. Then we can, once we see what we design here, we could talk about improving this road. Now, at one point, this was like our main way of getting exports over to Molna in the good old days, back in the 60s or 70s. So now, you know, that's less necessary, and we'll see what we can do with improving this train station. You know, getting rid of this road will be enough. If you look, I don't know how well you guys can see. I'll put on this wireframe. Got a very steep hill right here. So planning on probably destroying that station, destroying this road, moving that over. But I want to get that paved first. So I do want to, or I did want to tell you that I did bring in more construction down into here. And I should probably make sure they are building this because they're auto assigned to build everything. So we made our little improvement here. Now I'm still not seeing construction cranes. Why are we not? Is that just happenstance, or are we causing problems, or? Oh, they're not assigned anymore. Okay, I put signals in, didn't I? There we go. All right, we see action happening there. Yep. All right, I guess we can get rid of this wireframe again. All right, so we have our lumber improvements going. We have our corn flowing. Like I said, I sort of wanted to focus on these. I think I could probably... yeah, we need to get somebody up here to do something else, don't we? Is there a particular reason we're not sending a paver up there or something, is it? One thing I could do is maybe put a bus in here, right? Or even in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, these guys are helping out with there, but maybe the fact that we And I do have a couple buses. Like, this is like a normal construction crew. And I was thinking about it. You're really better off putting, you're better off sending your construction from where they have their supplies than having them all the way up here. They have to drive back every time they want to get a supply, and then they drive all the way back again. But I did come in here and put in a couple bulldozers and a excavator so that we could do a little bit of leveling if we needed to. I'm not sure that we need to do much, but why not send them up here while I was sending stuff around the map. Okay. Yeah, I really wish we would get a mechanism up there. Are there mechanisms in here? Yeah, there's a roller. I don't know why he wouldn't send that roller up there. Well, whatever. It's not the end of the world, and we'll get it done when we get it done. All right, so there's that, and then let's take a look at our cars. Last episode, we sent some cars up here. Yeah, well, they're not all sold, and I'm curious what's going to happen. Like, do they need to be able to reach this? I mentioned that in the last episode, so I'm not seeing them reach it too well. Let's see, footpaths. I'm not sure that would help too much, but well, maybe it would, right? Yeah, I mean, it might. Just wondering which side. Like, if we came. There we go, right? And then. There he is. Yeah, maybe that'll get a few more people there. There goes somebody. I don't know if they're going to work or if they're going to... Oh, yeah, progress of selling a car. So we'll give it some time. It seems to be a little bit slower, if nothing else, because of that. And then... But we're getting, a fair number down here. We'll see. It's, I guess it's fun to have the cars. Not sure how necessary the cars are, but I guess, it would be kind of dumb if you didn't have any cars, right? And then these guys are assigned to Revergrad over there. We got that designed. How are we doing on our chemicals? Oh, I did. That's another thing I did. Forgot to tell you guys. Is there should be a second train in here. And I'm not sure. Hopefully they're not too back to back. Or if it's not in here, it should be getting in here. So I put another, there he goes. Yeah, see, we got one here, one here. This guy's heading down there. Now let's make sure there's not much signaling. Yeah, the left-hand rule messes me up. Yeah, there's not much signaling between here and here, so hopefully they're pretty well spaced out. Now, do we have many in here? Not much, which is kind of good. Means it's not, we'd like to be producing extra, but I also want to make sure we produce enough for our plastics train. And he is exporting when he gets done, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Do we have enough plastics here? Yeah, we have some. That's all we need. And how about... Yeah, we're still making electronics. Now, we did export some electronics, and we should probably go around... Let's do it now and see... we imported some electronics. And, I expect that to be an issue. Let's take a look at this train. Yeah, he's not exporting at this point. That's definitely something. They're worth a lot of money. So let's go see if he ends at MB, which is over here. So I would imagine that when we see MB distribution... Yeah, see, we're purchasing electronics at MB distribution whenever a truck comes up here because we expanded the storage of electronics in other places. Yeah, see, now this is full up to 82, so pretty shortly the next electronics train that's going out, and he might even have them on him right now. He should be putting extra into here, so hopefully we take care of that problem of not having enough electronics between the trips. What we got going on here? Well, they're all moving. Yeah, really probably could use a bridge across this. We'll see, as long as it keeps flowing. But there we go. So we're building those things. And I would like to take a minute and just, I think, regather my thoughts. I'm not sure what else there is to work on other than, you know, like keep assigning things. One thing we could do, let's look at the economy real quick. And I want to look at this year, which we're in September. We're up to $616 million worth of imports. Now, one thing to do, I thought about this after the last episode. I use a round number that steel is worth, amount, value, we want, all right, what, loan, oh, we can get loans now. Okay. It's interesting. I don't think we need them now, but current prices. Steel originally was worth $400. Now it's worth, if we had to buy it, well, that was if we had to sell it, we would get like a little bit under $400, but 400 is a nice round number, right? So I'm going to take my calculator out here, and we're going to do 1, 2, 6, 7, 7, 4. Not that it needs to be that accurate. Well, I think I did that a little wrong. Divided by 400. 316. So that means if we could take the money we had back to 1960 or somewhere in the 60s, we would have 316 times less money, right? Because our money is, you know, continually depreciating. I'm not going to get into the whole discussion now, but let's take 2, 7, 7, 8, 8, 1, 7, 0, 0, 0. That's a lot of numbers. Divided by 316. And if we were starting out the map, right, like on the, you know, when steel was worth 400, we would have 8,793,000. So in other words, even though we have 2 billion, that's really in some ways not much different than having 8 million in the old days. Now, what's the difference? Why do I not worry about money and the fact that I have, in a sense, the value of $8 million? I mean, you start with less than $8 million, depending on the start you have, or that's the rounding amount you start with. Well, we're producing all the stuff, right? Our exports are very limited, and you know, we're definitely like we're bringing in, even though we're spending some money on things, like, you know, especially at this particular moment. Let's go to last month. You know, we brought in 81 million. So because this is positive, and because our economy is so much bigger, it's just, I know that this number is not, you know, that we're just in a positive cash flow kind of situation. But I guess I'm saying all that to like say, well, don't get too excited when you see $2 billion in the year 2037, because it's just not as meaningful with the inflation and the way the game does it, which is, you know, I don't have a problem with it. It is what it is. It makes some sense. And then we have a problem here. The train is too long. Well, you know what? We can fix this without too much heartache. Yeah, that's rookie mistake, huh? Yeah, let's come here. Let's just do this. Oh, no, you know what? That's cutting it too close. Let's just come here. And I'm just going to, let's electrify it. I'm just going to purchase it. Oh, yeah. And then we need to, I was all excited. All right, we get rid of these two. Right. And then once he gets off of there, there you go, buddy. Once he gets off of there, we can get rid of these last two nodes. He needs to be off of that segment. Once he gets past that dot, I can bang, bang. There we go. And then I guess we should put in, let's put in up another, yeah, we're going to put another one of these on this side of the tracks, just to keep the trains flowing in there a little bit better. Okay, good. Glad I checked that. All right, so what else do we have to do? Man, we're really just waiting for the construction here. We can assign, I'm sure this guy's probably done. This is like a constant thing, especially with the, I'm down over here electrifying these tracks, and they're not the longest segments. All right, so we'll get him to do that one, because why not? And then, yeah, he's working on this loop around here. So the idea with this loop is that they'll be able to come around, drop off oil into here at this station, and add their oil to the pile. Like if we look, well, we're not using it all up. But I also want to come into here and get a trolley stop going, but I kind of want to get as much of the construction done from this office as I can before we start tearing this apart. I don't want to keep going over the same thing episode after episode. And yeah, but let's look for more stuff that we could export and make sure the things are being exported. Like vodka we're not doing, and I think it's a matter of farms. And on the next map, whatever that is, I think we're going to try to do a little bit better job of getting even more crops. I mean, you know, what I'm learning now is if you want to, I mean, vodka really eats up the crops too. And I know we have some issues down there in field ski, but at the same time, I think you could really use more farm fields, right? Which sort of makes sense. You know, now do we have, say we don't even have corn here. So right now, how are we doing with this? We did have to get exporting going from our, yeah, so we're keeping up with meat. Our trains aren't keeping up with meat. But let's take a look at them. Are they exporting Molna? Yep, MB to Molna. Now, what are you doing? Yeah, you guys all have your same thing, and they're pretty well spread out. So what I'm wondering is, I mean, we're exporting meat, yet we can't, we're still not back yet, right? Like this guy's still heading to MB. I mean, we could probably do another meat train, but he's only got 6.8 by the time he's getting to NB. Yeah, let's take a look at one of these guys. Oops. Yeah, they only have 3 trains. And I'm thinking maybe, yeah, maybe we up the number of cars. Let's see if we can't put 5 cars on there. So let's send this guy over to here. All right, we're gonna end up buying some meat for a minute, I think. New farm loc. Probably could have done this in a more intelligent way. All right, we're just gonna send them all over here real quick, wherever they're at. No, that doesn't necessarily. We could do it more strategically, but just to get it done. All right, and we'll open this and shrink it. Oh yeah, look, those are cars we could use. I thought, you know, I guess that would be one way to do your trains, even though you can't color the cars. Like, you could put like a blue car and then a red car and then a blue car. Like that would, you know, be a little goofy, but that would, you know, the striped cars, in other words, would be the ones for the meat. And, yeah, so we'll wait for them to get in there. How are we doing on this road? Nope, still going. And then, how are we doing over here? Did we get our rail construction? And why did you do that? Because you don't have, you need a chain signal here, don't you? Yeah. Let's get rid of this one. And then let's get rid of this one. So now with the chain there, they won't come in until this is cleared. Now the problem with that is we're holding this guy up, but hopefully, yeah, this guy's going to hold up. Oh, no, he's behind this red signal, so we should be good. Boy, that didn't fit by much, did it? Can I put another signal in a little? Yeah. See how when he's on there, we create these extra nodes. But anyway, these guys won't be in there too long building that track. And we're still working on that. And are we working on roads over here? Yep. Yeah, I don't want to give that guy too much, or these guys too much. There's no big, huge hurry there. Yeah, so I'm really, you can see, I'm sputtering. I'm running out of things for us to do in the sense of, you know, we can't really ramp up our coal. Well, there's no point in ramping up the coal too much more because we've got coal trains going around doing nothing. And I want to get all these houses in here before I put too many more trains on, you know, taking people up and firing up these other steel mills. We are making trains up here, slowly but surely, I imagine. Yeah. We got one. And that, if there is, you know, somebody asked if there's something I would do. Now, keep in mind, when I designed this automotive thing, there was no train creation factory, so this was all kind of added on. But I definitely probably would put on 2 trains, you know, 2 train makers. At least that's, you know, I definitely want more trains made with the map of this scale. If you had a smaller map, then of course it's not so urgent. But I keep waiting for trains like forever, and we're ending up buying them despite anything else. Yeah, so this guy's like a constant. See, now we need to do this one over here. Okay, he doubled back. That's why. I'll get him to work on this one. All right, I don't even know that I want him working on that one too much, so it's kind of good that he stopped. I guess we're going to go straight from there. I don't really know. Well, how is our plastics doing? We can get rid of that plastics factory, I think, if we feel comfortable about. That's mechanical components. Yeah, I mean, it seems like we're keeping up with plastics, but then again, we're probably getting them from both places, right? Yeah, there goes our electronics train now. Good, and that should mean, did we drop off some over here? Yeah. And then, but I hopefully now would be a good time to keep an eye on him, right? Because we still need another like 20 in there. Yeah, where did he go? Let's get over there before he gets too far away. All right, like let's see how many he ends up with when he's done, because that should be a good indicator of. Like we know he's going to drop off, quote, an extra 20, but like right now he's heading out. And like how many, well, what's his last stop? Or his first stop? Autograd, yeah, so let's see. So Autograd, now he's on his way, right? So when it comes to the timing of the loop, Autograd used, what, like, let's assume it was full when he pulled out last time, right? Autograd lose less than 20, like, say, 16. And that's why I think increasing it from 50 is probably good. I'm not sure. What is the purchase? 20. Yeah, so I don't know if that's going to be quite enough or not. But again, remember, so he's on his way back. Remember, we've just upped the number of electronics we're making too. So he's in a quicker trip loop because but I think we should be pretty good if this holds true, that this doesn't go down. Another truck might come in or something in the meantime, but you know, it seems to me that we could probably start exporting electronics, or at least try to. Now the problem is, you know, the fact that he may be coming back with some is a big kind of factor. Right? Like, are we really making enough to export them? or will that just cause us problems? Now, the other thing we can do, yeah, see, I don't know if there's anything we can do in this game to really get to that level of balancing what we need to do. Like, I can't sell them, only sell off like 20 of these when you get to here. But let's take our chances. This will get us a lot closer to our $1 billion goal, right? For the year. Yeah, we don't want you to load. So we want you to try it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's just see. All right, so now, all right, I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to wait for something a little bit more exciting to happen. And then we will, we'll be right back when I figure out what else I could sit around here. This is what I'll do for the next minutes until I find the more exciting thing. But, I'm just going to be going around checking that things are going or not going and letting Revergrad get built up here a little bit more and checking on this guy to make sure he's still got work to do, which he probably already doesn't. Watch. Yeah, so we can already come back into here. And yeah, I guess I can get this one done. See, and that'll take him like one trip out there, and then we'll have to reassign him, and then I assign him to this, and then he does that little bit. Right, and the same thing in here. Now this, by the way, would be where we brought our tram line from the other side of town. And then what I would like to do is like get a station or something in this area to feed people better to the oil refinery there with the tram. We might even have a loop around, so we have the option to take people from here and send them to the steel mill or the coal mine, or we would have the option to just send them to the oil trawl there. Now, do we need? Now, I don't think they need to be able to go up this way, right? Because that's where people are. So we'll see. So we'll get our steel mill over here going, and that'll be a good thing too. Look, we got a steel train stuck in there, so that'll be even more steel for us. No reason to get rid of this. I don't see where that would be. But all right, well, let me pause it, and we'll find something more exciting. Like I said, we might be cutting this off, but I'm a little bit nervous, especially with exporting those electronics, right? I don't want to mess with our plastic supply too much at that point. All right, see you guys in a second. We are ready to work on our new lumber train station. So I think what we need to do, and in between the pause, as soon as I paused it, 2 seconds later, I went, oh, we need to add these trains. So I think I'm going to take I probably should have got the other, where are we at? Went too far. Over here. I'm going to send these 2 trains back to the depot. So we're not going to have any lumber train for a minute. And we'll probably have to redo their routes anyway, right? So we got a wood train. Right, and then we'll take this guy. Boy, I really don't know where I'm at, do I? We're really just over this way. Yeah, so he's pretty darn close. Keep going the wrong direction. So there we go. So those 2 guys will go back to the depot, and then we need to probably get these guys sent someplace as well. Is there any others? I think it's just these 3. All right, that really blocks my view. All right, and so we need to find an open. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in that one. That's a construction office. Yeah, if we could send them here. Hopefully I'll remember that's where I put them so I don't have to redo. Now, if they get up here and they don't, this guy's not likely to have fuel, it's going to mess up his route anyway. So we could have sent them to export, but hopefully we can just send them right back on a new thing. Because it won't let me delete all this stuff if there's a train or whatever in it. So speaking of which, let's delete a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then I think we're going to delete a bunch of this. Now there's a chance we're going to end up with a bridge right here, and I was looking. We can get rid of this, but they're going to have to. Well, no, we can't really get. Yeah, we can't really get rid of that unless we build like a dirt road up there. Well, let's just see what happens when it comes to deleting like more of this stuff, right? We might not even need to go that far. Right, we delete that. Let's just use the bulldozer tool. It should, I would. Right, come on, go away. Yeah, let's put on the wireframe, and I want to. Yeah, I want to level this out some more. I've never been overly impressed with this cut through. Like, we have this rail right here. Can we get rid of just trees? Yes. It's not a... We gotta get rid of... That's not too bad. We have to, like, click on each individual tree. Let's get rid of all these trees so we can see what we're doing. We don't need trees in the railroad track anyway, right? Alright, so we have this, and that's a relatively steep incline. So I'm thinking we come right into this area. Alright, and we would... we need to get rid of this road, too. Well, nobody's on it. Get rid of that bit. Hopefully we can... Alright, so now they can drive around there. As goofy as that is, let's get rid of that and that. And we have this power lines right across there. But I'm thinking that whether we have a bridge or not, we would come over this side and... So let's try to level... like kind of as much as we can up against those tracks with just the... normal leveling tool, right? Without going extreme on us. We'll level over this way a little bit more. Alright, so now, what do we want? I think the first thing we would want is a road cargo station. Right? Let's do this. Just looking at this like real steep part there. Let's see, can we go? You know, not really. We might need to get rid of that power line a little bit. Let's just see what that did for us. Turn it this way a bit. Let's go until it, until it turns red. Right now, I think I can get it. Well, let's just go over here, and let's do. Yeah, I wonder if we're ever. Yeah, see, the large storage is what I would want. Then I'd want that, like when we have the trains come in here, the problem is there's only one thing. Then again, we could have two trains, right? We could have, yeah, but then I'd have to be like way up here. Yeah, you know what? Here's what I'm thinking. We get rid of this that quick. This. Let's get rid of. Yeah, this. Well, it doesn't really matter. This power line, I think, is just supplying them power. So let's go over to get rid of that. And that. Okay, good. Nothing crashed. Yeah, what I'm thinking of now is that I level this up a little bit. Let's get a road cargo thing. Yeah, I kind of wish that was the other direction with the road. Right, as far up that way as we can get it. You just swoop into there? Yes. Right, and then we do 2 medium storages. Now we're going to need a road to here. So let's keep that back a little bit. Right. And then let's just keep, yeah, he won't let me level that way, but all right, so we need to get, yeah, the problem with this right here, and the only reason we need a road is because, you know, like construction or firefighting kind of, right? And then we need to be over this way enough. So I spun this one around. Our road will come out this way, even if it has to cross the tracks. And then we'll, let's see, can we get a, yeah, okay, good. And I'm pretty sure we can get another one of those in. Oh yeah, we could have just come to this. Let's spin this one around, right? That little road. Oh, wait, we turned green. Good. No, we don't want to be too close or we'll never get the road out the other end. Yeah, that might be a problem. Let's just see if we can get this road going. Yeah, see, that's... We can maybe do that, yeah, 1 inch at a time kind of thing. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a good road. Because it's really only there for construction. We probably could just make it a gravel road, right? Because all the trucks, the normal trucks will come in and out of here. And that should be enough. Like, even if we had two trucks from, you know, one taking wood and one taking lumber. And we need to make sure, though I'm almost 100% positive this will work. If we go directly... some other infrastructure's in the way. Don't tell me that road's in the way. Hopefully we can... there we go. Okay, I don't quite understand that, but sometimes... not for us to question why, right? All right, so now we need to build some railroad tracks so that these guys can get in and out. Will you... okay, I mean, that's... well, you know, I don't know if we're going to get this guy around to here, but we can... all right, will you... well, that's not really attaching, I don't think. I think it's... yeah, let's get rid of this and see if we can't... alright, because then I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to go... like that. And is that... yeah, as long as we might have to limit our trains, but... you know, that definitely would be 2 rail car. We don't have, I mean, this is only for our wood, and, you know, but I think we're definitely improved with storage there. 1 for wood, 1 for, now we do have 2 trains. Yeah, but that's all right. We could, you know, we could come in here and, so we do have 2, we have more than 1 train, more because of like the 2 different chemical locations. Right, and then we could put a signal back out this way. And then just for the sake of realism. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, let's... now, well, you know what? We'll do it right here. So we have that signal, and then we'll be able to put another one. Let's make it as short as we can. Good. And then let's commit to all those railroad tracks, and then we'll build these too. All right, and then we'll need to do a chain signal one way in this way. Regular signal out, and we have signals before each of these now. Yeah, I think we might just assign like one train to come over here and build that. And then we need to get these constructed. So let's get, and then we need to get that power line back, right? So let's commit to that and commit to those. And then this guy was really there just to level, though it's no reason he can't help. And we'll get this guy. And this is our regular construction crew. Oh, you know what? We need another road. Well, let's get these guys going, and then we'll put the other road in. Right. Nope, doesn't connect. Okay. Well, this is our road crew. Let's... Right, and you can auto search. You don't have that much. Well, we'll just let you do whatever's already assigned and then get more roads when you can. Right, so then there we go. So these guys should be working on that. This guy might as well help with that little bit. And then we need to get another gravel road. Hopefully, okay, good. He comes out of there, and it looks like we're going to be able to cross here. Yeah, let's just make that a gravel road the whole way. Commit to the road, and then let's make sure this guy and that guy are assigned to the roads. And then I'll just have to come up here and get that going. Get rid of our wire frames because it's ugly-ish. Very useful, but ugly nonetheless. All right, what do you guys think? So, I mean, it doesn't look like much, and we won't be able to come up this way, so we can get rid of this train track. But here's what I'm thinking. I did think about that ahead of time. Oops. Almost deleted something I didn't want to delete. So I did think about this. These guys won't be able to, like, export at Molna, but when I think we do their courses, we'll have them come over here to MB, drop off stuff, right? We'll go around the loop all the way around, and NR distribution will be their last drop off. Yeah, I'll have to think about that, because in order for them to get back in here, let's just see, let's see if it's easy. Okay, now I'm completely spun around. All right. Yeah, see, I don't think we're really... Let's see if we could... This might be really hard to build manually. Is it possible that we could go from, like, here? Yeah, see, there's a big hill there, too. Now, we're just going to see whatever. It's just the wood. I guess what I was concerned about is... You know, we do want to be able to drop off construction supplies to here... And then, but I think what we'll do is maybe come up to here, drop off stuff. It's easy enough to loop around here. So we'll go to MB first, then we'll go to GW, and then complete the rest of the loop that way. Right? Not, I was wondering, you know, if they truly did the loop, they would do this last, right? Unless I went the loop the opposite way, and then they would end up at MB last. And so that way, the bottom line is we'll have them export from over here, and then head all the way back and get more lumber, right? And then they'll never, even though, even though the exporting could happen right there. Now, we could always do like a loop around some other place. Now, with the signaling we did, are these guys, what's going on here? We have a cluster. Yeah, why were you, oh, yeah. All right, so let's just get rid of this one and let that guy out. Game save kind of scared me there a little bit. Really? I thought I just had a semaphore there. Okay. Alright, so now, I mean, these guys are going to be done those in a minute. Let's see if we can just send one of them. Doesn't connect. Really? You would think you could have... Yeah, why doesn't that connect? Take a look at our signaling. Ah. Now you'll connect. All right, so we'll just have one train because I don't think it. Well, we could have two, but oh look, something happened over. Oh, that guy got done his other assignment, so good. So this other guy will come in and finish that little bit. Now we'll have to electrify this, which is fine, and then I'll probably do that between the episodes here, and then yeah, we'll just get these worked, and of course we'll have to electrify that, and we'll get this worked on. But I think that's a much more, like we'll be able to keep producing until these are full. Have trains come in here and wait. Now, obviously, we could very easily get a train, traffic jam going. But I guess you could probably, if you really wanted to, we could probably come off. Or I'll just show you. This is probably easier just to do it. Right? We could probably come off at some point here and make like a staging area for these guys if we really wanted to. But for now, we'll just see how it goes. We don't have that many trains. But you could ramp this up if you really wanted. But I don't think we will. But that would work out in this scenario. All right, good. Well, that's another thing done. So improved lumber. And, this... Oh, yeah, we're getting real close to done this. So this will be improved... improved chemical taking away. Now, we could still do both, right? I don't think there's any reason we couldn't continue to do this. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. We could have two warehouses if we really want. I mean, why get rid of it, right? All right, well, we'll think about that. At least we don't have a massive traffic jam right there. Now, why are you sitting there? Is there... we're just... construction. Construction guys always seem to be causing a problem. Now, I'm surprised. Well, I probably have you stopping. Yeah, see, I don't want any other train. This is less than ideal in some ways, but if I have them stopping anywhere near here, see, like they're stopped and everybody's still flowing. Well, this guy went by, but if I have this guy stop anywhere near this, then it jams up my traffic here. So like I said, really probably would have put a bridge in there, hindsight being 2020. There you go. So these guys are moving forward again. But really, overall, I mean, there's definitely a lot of room to be, if you're a train aficionado and you want the super uber better intersections, like it's definitely annoying that they stop where they do. Now, where are you? Oh, you're going in here. I was going to say, don't come in here. And see, right away, we probably could come over here, but we're running out of time for the episode. So let me get more of this assigned, and then we'll call it quits, and we'll come back, and we'll get this part done, and we'll do some more over here. Yep, you worked backwards again, which I'm okay with, but yeah, we'll start right there this time. So we'll get this loop done, probably work on this, and then in the next episode, we'll probably get this oil thing designed. We'll keep working, of course, over here, and the other... Oh, do we have a question mark? No, I thought that one of those red ones was a question mark. It's not. I do want to make sure. Yeah, I'll probably bring down another construction crew over into here in between too, so that we just have two to help work on some of this stuff. And then, because we're going to want to get rid of this, maybe not next episode, but pretty soon. And then we'll build tracks over to here and like a station, a tram station for the oil. Get rid of this and then build the tracks and a new loading area for fuel. All right, well, there you go. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Let me know your suggestions. And as I've been asking, like, I haven't gotten any suggestions towards what we do on a new map. I'm thinking of, a hard start kind of thing, because why not just make it more challenging? And what I was thinking of, and I don't want to get into this too much, because it's really kind of preliminary. I'm thinking of just starting like as in literally almost the dead center of the map, right? Like, where would that be? This outside one isn't part of the map, right? So you can't really count. Well, I guess you can count it because it's. So this would be the middle, and this would be the middle, which is really right where we started on one of the live streams, right? So let's shrink back down. If you guys remember, and this is really a pretty hard space to start. There's not much right in this area, and you would really struggle to get out of here. So, but then again, I really need to take a look and see what, if there's any other mods or other maps that would be, I don't know, just different. We've played on this map. I mean, I kind of know it, so I'd like to maybe have like a new, fresh experience altogether. And in the next series, it probably would do mods, right? So we'll take our chances that they crash the game and such, and it might be a little bit more awkward in that sense. But that's what I'm thinking for now. So, again, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.